Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Codename Iceman. Last time, we got called back by the government to do another job. What will that job be? Well, we are about to be briefed on it. Press this ID, please. Okay. Don't want to leave that behind. Hand your identification to the guard. The guard looks at your ID, then returns it and says, "Thank you very much, Commander. You've been expected. Please pass through." Alright. So let's get going and see what this is all about. You wind up the elevator as it approaches. I've heard that there's a Taco Bell at the Pentagon. I want to visit that. Maybe we can go. Oh, here I am. Sir, I must see proper identification before you may pass. So again, hand your identification to the guard. The guard looks at your ID, then shoves it in his pocket and says, "Thank you very much, Commander. You may pass through." Just took it? Alright. Guess I'll have to trust him. It's weird that he just took it. Alright, open door. "Welcome, John," Braxton says. "Sorry to cut short your leave, but the matter before us is of utmost importance." "Have a seat, John, and I'll bring you up to date," he says. General Braxton speaks. "This meeting has been called due to the recent kidnapping of Ambassador Richard Lloyd by terrorist Jahara Khomeini Siba Dul. He continues, "Our intelligence has located the compound where the ambassador is being held, and for security reasons that information will not be disclosed in this meeting. The President has sent the U.S. 7th Fleet into the Mediterranean as a diversion. Our job is to rescue the ambassador by taking advantage of a well-conceived covert operation codenamed Iceman." Hey, there it is, he said the name. Alright, enjoy your coffee, but we kinda need to get going on this. Directing his attention to you, the General says, "Westland, due to your past outstanding performances, you have been chosen to carry out this mission." He continues, "You are temporarily assigned to the nuclear attack submarine USS Blackhawk." Careful how you say that. "You will rendezvous, he says, with the boat at Pearl Harbor. The papers authorizing your assignment are in the sealed manila envelope located on the table in front of you." The General continues, "You will report only to the captain of the USS Blackhawk, Jonathan Hawkins." Finalizing your orders, the General tells you, "The details of the mission are locked in the safe of the Blackhawk." Finally, he adds, "Commit the numbers 1, 3, 4 to memory." You need to memorize this. This is random each time. I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe it's not. Okay, come on, dude. "At this time, gentlemen, I turn the meeting over to Forrest Collins of the Central Intelligence Agency." The agent directs his conversation to you and says, "Westland and our intelligence has verified the compound as the one where Ambassador Richard Lloyd is being held." He continues, "You must make contact with a female agent who will be disguised as a Muslim." Hey, she looks familiar. "You must use the codename Iceman. She will have in her possession a map directing you." He elaborates. Next slide, please. Agent amplifies, "From Pearl, you will set a course heading of 30 degrees latitude and 170 degrees longitude. Not until you're reaching these coordinates will you unlock and review your orders." Next slide, please. The agent indicates this is the USS Blackhawk. What separates this attack set from the others is a device called the Electronic Noise Cancellation Transducer. The transducer is attached to the drive shaft where it picks up generated noise, and then feeds the noise through a computer which cancels it. This makes for much improved silent running. "That's it for me, Westland," he concludes. "I'll turn it back to General Braxton." Just one final thing before you leave. Although you have completed submarine school, it will be necessary for you to be checked out on a few of the control room systems while aboard the Black Hawk. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah. The system qualification will entitle you to earn your gold dolphins, he adds. Well, gentlemen, he said, that concludes this meeting. Remember, Westland, time is of the essence. Goodbye and good luck to you. And we're just left in here alone. Alright. The American flag, long may she wave. I can't see that. Okay. Let's get, pick the envelope off the desk. Can we look at what he was drinking? Probably wasn't coffee. No, we can't. Okay. I have any trouble with it, or just walk over to it. Well, that's all I'm trying to do. There we go. And we need our ID back. Oh my goodness. He quickly fumbles through his pockets, pulls out an ID and hands it to you. Now here's the jerk move here. Let's look at the ID. Look at the ID given to you by the guard. The name on the ID is Major General Marcus J. Hood. That is not us. Yeah, he gives you the wrong ID. You have to look at it, realize it's wrong, and then give ID. God looks at the ID he gave you and realizes he has given you the wrong one. God exchanges your ID for the one you have. I'm very sorry, sir, he says. Yeah, I'm gonna report you. So yeah, you'll get like a bit further in the game and realize you got the wrong ID and have to come all the way back. There we go. Commander John B. Westland. So let's get on out of here. And let's save here, because we want to save often in this game, especially coming up. In fact, save scumming is going to be the only way we'll get through this game. Have a nice day, sir. Yeah, yeah. And off we go. You board the plane for Pearl Harbor. After finding your seat, you settle back and drift into deep thought. You begin to ponder the mission ahead of you. Unbelievable, you muse. The magnitude of this operation is overwhelming. I thought unbelievable had a typo, but that's just the... yeah. As the big 747 soars westward at 480 knots, you continue in thought. It's amazing you think that this one cowardly act of kidnapping an ambassador has brought two superpowers to each other's throats. You know the president will not back down on his promise to punish the perpetrators of this dastardly deed. And you shudder to think what nightmares should come upon the human race should this mission fail. Shudder to think what's going to happen when this mission succeeds. You carefully review the orders temporarily assigning you to the USS Black Hawk. Sometime later, the stewardess makes the announcement for all passengers to fasten their seatbelts in preparation for the descent. As the big 747 banks left into its landing pattern, you look down at a most spectacular view of Pearl Harbor. Alright, so talk command. Here to pick up Commander Westland says, "Are you Commander Westland?" "Yes, we are. We're not gonna do that again." "May I see your orders, please?" he says. Alright. You show the driver your orders from the Pentagon. He looks them over, then returns them to you. You settle back for the short drive to Pearl Harbor. After passing several security checks, you arrive at the pier where the USS Black Hawk is tied up. You change into uniform and stow your personal belongings in preparation for boarding. So here's another place where you actually need to have read the manual. I mean, read it cover to cover. So what we want to do here, before we can even get on here, the protocol is first, salute, flag, properties of the flag from here. Oh. Okay, now let's salute, flag, probably whip, snappy, salute to old glory, I think that is, and then salute, officer. Yep. So the officer of the deck. And then request permission to come aboard. Request permission to come aboard, sir, you ask the officer of the deck. The officer of the deck says, your orders, please, sir. You hand the officer of the deck the manila envelope containing your orders. After confirming your orders, the officer of the deck retains them and says, permission granted, Commander Westland. Welcome aboard the USS Blackhawk. The captain is expecting you, sir, he continues. Got 3 extra points for following proper military procedures. Hooray. I don't think there's really any penalization for not following. Well, whatever. Go to your quarters and change clothes. Alright, so these are our quarters here. So let's take a look around. Detective picture of a submarine. Computer is used for decoding messages. We'll use that later. Map of the world. If I can... Okay, maybe I have to do it from here. From the drawer and see a vernier caliper. Let's get that. Okay, let's see what else. I wonder if calipers are like standard in every sub room. Yeah, this doesn't look like a bookshelf, but of course it has to be, you know, closed in like that because we're in a submarine. That's going to be like going up and down and tilting and stuff. Oh, I guess it's over here. Actually, let's just... Most of the books consist of boring governmental directives. However, one that catches your eye is entitled Decoding. Let's get that. You remove the decoding book from the shelf. Okay, so let's save again. Let's go on over here. Just as you enter the control room, the captain greets you. Welcome aboard Commander Westland. Your credentials are admirable, he beams. We're proud to have you as part of this team. Rambling on, he says, the success of this mission depends on how fast we can move. Commander Westland, he says, by now you have both reviewed the documentation and familiarized yourself with the operation of the control board. Yeah, let's assume we have. The training you received at submarine school will come into play now, he says. Have a seat at the controls, John. It's time you learn to drive this baby. I'll give you every command as we get underway. Believe me, John, he continues, by the time this mission is over, I guarantee you'll be an expert. Alright, so I'm going to save one more time in a different spot. Oh. And welcome to the game. This is going to be a good chunk of the game right here. This screen right here. And this is where people tend to voice their issues. But we'll see. So as long as you've read the manual and know the controls, you should be fine. All you need to do is listen to the order and then execute it when he says it. So we're sitting here. All ahead slow. So that means go 5 knots. Set full rudder course to 180 degrees. Alright, so we have it set at just press right until it's all the way over to the right. I don't think I'm doing this right. Oh wait, you know I am. So 180 degrees. You see in the left there, it's counting. We want it to get to 180 degrees and then bring this back to center. And it's going to be annoying you with saying, watch the helm, Johnny, watch the helm, as if you're doing something wrong, even when you're not. Almost there. Okay. 180 degrees at 5 knots. And we're going at slow speed. Right full rudder, change course to 270 degrees. Okay. So once again, 270 degrees. And we're going, and we're going. We'll wait till it gets to 270. I don't really have much to talk about right now. Like I said, this is pretty much the game. Wonder how accurate this is to a real sub. I'm sure they did some research. Hold her steady. Okay. 270 degrees. Alright, let's roll all ahead, 1/3. So let's press the plus sign one more time. And I'm going to do another save because I don't have to do all this all over again. Like I said, movie saves coming a lot in this. Prepare for dive sequence. Acknowledge green board. Prepare for dive sequence. Let's see. Let's go ahead and dive. Alert be responseless. Oh crap, I don't know how to dive. Just a second. Oh, okay. Let's see. For dive sequence? I had to just show this one off because if you dive and the hatch is open, then that's bad news. So let's not do that. So let's say close hatch. The PA system, you order the hatch is closed. Alright. Green board, as we can see there on the left there, it's all green. Dive, dive, dive. Route planes for 10 degrees. Off at 200 feet. Confirm when depth obtained. So we're diving. Yeah. That went kind of fast, but I can always then change heading to 360 degrees. Okay, let's do that. And maintained course and depth. So 0 is 360 degrees. And we're going. And we just wait for our next command. Steady as she goes. He says that, then you just do nothing. Just keep on cruising. Let's blow this puppy out and take her on a speed run. All ahead full, hold on to your jock straps. Bring her left to 355 degrees. Steady as she goes. And we're waiting for our last command here. Take current heading and speed. Sounds good. To a short trip, you arrive at your first rendezvous point. All stop. So you press the minus button 4 times, and that stops. If you press it again, you'll start reversing. You don't want to do that. And we're almost stopped. As the USS Blackhawk comes to a stop, the captain taps you on the shoulder and says, "Meet me in my quarters, Whistland. It's time to open that briefcase." Ooh. But what's going to be inside that briefcase? And how much more subbing do we have to do? Well, just going to have to find out next time on Let's Play Codename Iceman. Thank you for watching and have a good day.